uyazi nje le beat. Ngabede yazi there. Singing my church, screen la poga mfana umarasya. Eti, yo love. Nago Masia, one of the moderators, which I wish I had dared to watch. You can't get caught in that poga, queen. The Life So Far Podcast, episode 1, season 1. Who am I? Hey! Hey, what's going on? What is going on, everybody?
Shabalala, ikamala sabalala, halalala, apamangam, hey, apamangam, hey, apamangam, hey, apamangam, apamangam. Kumbulang zakula, mtumbulanga ukuma. Bekumele ngiye emfuleni ngibase nomlilo uma ngisiphakhula. Bengqoka ijezi laguga, kushisa kubanda kunethi imvulo. Ngabatshela ngathi ngenye imini nami ngizogqoka impahla yokudura. Buka, they said I wouldn't go too far. Now I pull up in a new car. Mama made it, I'm a true star. They said I wouldn't go anywhere. Buga man jumping everywhere. They took me lightly like a featherweight, but now I'm flyer than the heavyweights. Oh wait, why they hate though? Young nigga bringing them the bacon. Been broke, couldn't see hope. Senkateli tembi says in echo. Oh, I came up from the ghetto. I see through him like a gecko. Ofana na milana gecko. It was destined from the get-go. Kalong among funum shinga ngamalala. Beshupega ngakulega gwanyamalala. Amma pupa wa matrisha shabalala. Ikamala sabalala.
Halalala. Apamangam.
Apamangam. Hey. Apamangam.
Hey. Apamangam.
Apamangam.
Gagas.
Uqele kuyaphila ngami.
Gagas.
Say, ubukele gagas. Yay. Look at my wave. Gagas. Yay. Look at my rain. Okay, they doubted they came money.
They put me down, I came back with the crown. Now I'm running the town and I'm king, my nigga. Top of the herd, I'ma bring my nigga. Yeah, kusas on you, I'm bomb baddies wanna bag daddy, cause they heard I'm the lord of the rings.
Since that day, I get on my knees and pray.
For the day I can whip out the crib and hop in the store.
Pick and pay. Say, Talang hambang funum shingang malalala.
Uqele kuyaphila ngami.
Man, this has been an insane day. This has been an insane day. It's been crazy. Yeah, that's why, actually. That's amazing TV. Yo, Zaga, I'm live right now. Oh my God, it's been crazy, man. It has been absolutely insane. So, I don't think it's because of the... I think it's... Yo, Rain. Like, I really, really, really want to love Rain so much. But my God. Yo. I haven't gotten into business with a company that makes themselves so difficult to... Okay, the only company that's been this difficult to love has been Telkom. I'm sorry. But Rain really... I genuinely believe that Rain doesn't care. They absolutely do not care. And this is what happens when... Man. When people have an absolute monopoly on a service... And, you know, Rain has that monopoly. And the reason Rain has that monopoly is simply because of the fact that there isn't much to work with in this country. It's really annoying. What's up, Grim Reaper? Hey, Grim Reaper, what's up? Mega shout out to Grim Reaper. Welcome to it. Episode of my live podcast. I don't even know what dance this is. But I'm doing it. Hey. Homeless Raza in the building on... It has been real. It has been so very, very real. It's been very real, man. Big shout out to Magwa. We've got him on the show. Amazing. The very first interview on the couch. For anyone who's watching out there who has no idea what's going on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to it. The very first episode of my podcast. Brand new live stream podcast is called The Life So Far or The Life Sofa. It's all perspective, right? So on this show, on this couch, is where you and I get to talk about the things that really, really affect Impilo itself. The things that affect Impilo itself. So we're going to be sharing stories. We're going to be sharing opinions on topics. We're going to be sharing just a bunch of things. We're going to be sharing interviews. And most of all, I'm going to be sharing the platform with you guys. Every single week, one of you gets a chance to ask a direct question to one of my guests who will always be influential people They may not be influencing the entire world at once, but they're definitely influential. Today is no exception with Umakwa, and LTD has a chance to ask his question. And then we're also going to be having a co-host. Each podcast episode will have one of you guys as a co-host. I'm really looking forward to that part. It's the first of its kind. As far as I know, this is the very first podcast that is streamed live. The premiere of the podcast is live. And as far as I know, this is the only podcast where the co-host is the viewer. I'ma just give me a bang. Up with the bars. Back chicks call me garbage. I can never flex with the comments till I got my pockets orange.
Uqhekeke uyaphila ngalo.
Till I got my pockets orange.
Yeah, my signal is still very poor. I desperately wish there was more I could do. I really wish there was more I could do, but hey man, my hands are tied. How much are you guys seeing? Let me know. What's that story I promised you guys last week, Luther? Let me know. At the bargain, now I'm trying to flow king with the garments. I need to get my kicks in the park. Yeah, homie, we done came up from sharing lean in the same cup. Money talks, yeah, we know. So my speech is a keynote. My pocket smelling like a mandarin. My Tiba orchard what I'm handling. She said she wants some of the zest. I gave her my season, she swallowed the rest. I mean, since I got my pockets orange. I keep bad bitches in the storage. They tryna get a scoop on my porridge. So fuck all my haters and all of their comments.
Used to whip the bump with the porridge.
Bad bitches call me garbage.
I could never flex with the garments
Till I got my pockets orange.
Till I got my pockets orange. Till I got my pockets orange.
Okay, we're gonna get in touch with our first co-host on the first episode ever. His name is Bralo Man, Mr. Bully. By the way, that was Cavocado Orange, joint of his most recent project. Well, it's 2 years old. I'm not sure what the project was called. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's yeah. Anyway, it was Cavo Orange featuring myself, produced by Tuso. Really, really dope guy. Really dope guy. Please bear with me, man. I'm so sorry for this. Please let me know what you're able to see as we get in touch with our co-host. Our first co-host of the evening. Yes. Ooh, I do hope he's ready. We've got an incredible interview lined up for you guys. His name is Umakwa. Twana says 6. And what's going on? That's amazing.
Yo,
Except Preloman Mr. Bully.
nanglo Mswati.
Ngitawufika eMelika ngirepe ngeSwati.
Angifuni cherry yokupaka.
Nami ngifuna ukutela ngithola into yokupaka. Nami ngifuna imoto ngithola into yokupaka.
Nami ngifuna lisaka ngiyawuthenga ngokupaka.
Oh, there we go. Ugrand mfethu.
Angimnandi wena.
First, I've been better. I wish I was better. This network is showing me flames right now, bro.
Yeah, I've just noticed like it has been doing its things on the net.
Yeah, dog. Yini njani ngalapho? Kuyabonakala.
Yeah, ngala kuyabonakala and but Ispana it poses, so I don't know if it's my network or it's
Yeah, no, it's not
but
you.
I think it's not my side, right?
No, it's the whole thing. It's rain, man. It's rain. Rain has absolutely destroyed my very first episode of this live stream, of this podcast. Hey. Hi.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, ngicela ukhulume nebantu batshele ukuthi wena ungubani, Ungakuphi wendani?
Brilo is a boy from Mpumalanga.
Uqhekeke uyaphila Nkabi.
Yeah. Labangathi ngakosityala ligama lami ngiglen isibongo ngakamatsane qhamuke Nelspruit all the way from Nelspruit. I do hip hop music, ngrappa ngeSiswati.
Yes, sir.
Lokulwimi lengikhuluma lona ekhaya.
That's actually how I first got wind of you. You sent in your music, and I was just so amazed. Ukuva umuntu arapha ngeSiswati. And for me, do you remember what I said to you about the song?
Yeah, I remember the
Ngathini?
You said what caught you about the song is that I rap in Siswati, and that is very rare.
It is. It really, really is very, very rare. And I think it's an incredible testament. It's an incredible testament to what can happen when, when someone is so in tune with who they are and where they are, and then they lean into it. I think sing abantu abasha sometimes to represent. We were very reluctant to represent ourselves.
I tell them what I have. I offer
dope.
what I have.
That's dope.
By that time. Yeah.
No, that's dope.
And there's this also these people that I know Brilo is a dude he's gonna lift my hand as I rise.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to help everyone at once.
Of course, you can't. You're just one man. And also, you still need help yourself. So
yes, that's true.
It's not even like you're already fully fledged. But tell me something, Gay. So now, what is it that you are doing differently? Because when I think about it, right, if I go back in the days, me now when I was starting out, like I literally went out and found a job while I was in high school. And it's funny, we're going to be talking to Umakwa later on, and I think he had something similar as well, because we've had a chance to talk before. But I literally went out, and I started working. And then from working, I was paying rent and paying school fees in late grade 11 and grade 12, and running around trying to get performances.
Yeah.
So I went out and did it myself. And I started buying studio equipment. And then I started using that studio equipment to get more studio equipment and better studio equipment. What are you doing differently? What are you doing to go out there and make it yourself?
All right, like to push my hustle, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Currently, I'm working at View. There's another shop called PhotoFest. I used to go there since I was at high school. They used to call me on holidays. Exams. Yeah, I used to go there, and I would use that money. I would take that small amount of money and pay my graphic designer.
Yeah.
So there's this one day back in 2017, I sketched my own brand, which has my name and
nice.
And my tag, which is 1 million.
Nice.
I don't know if you've noticed that on my post I used to write Mr. 1 Million.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, actually, Mr. 1 Million comes from a song that I did long ago, and people loved it.
Yeah.
Like I was hitting those punchlines. The name of the song is called 1 Million. So everybody called me 1 Million. So I sketched down my name with the hashtag 1 million. Then I made a T-shirt.
That's dope.
And people loved it. Yeah, and so people loved it.
And people started buying it.
And people started buying it. Even today, they still buying it.
Wow.
And and with that small amount I get, I can afford studio time. I will use that money to go to the studio, do a song, maybe do some photo shoots for my profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's
I've
really
also
dope.
I've also did a Nanglum Swati brand merchandise.
I think that's gonna be hard. That one I think is gonna be really hard.
It slapped hard, bro. It
Yeah,
slapped
I
hard.
can imagine. Abantu baningi abantu abazoyithanda. There's a lot of people who are going to find value in it. But your story is very inspiring, my man. It's really inspiring. I've been loving following you. And someone else who has a
Yeah.
really, really inspiring story that I'd like us to go check out right now. His name is Makwa, aka Makwa Beats. He is the originator of the Mzonkonko sound and actually involved in a lot more South African music than you had given him credit for. He's produced for the likes
Oh,
of
yeah.
Questa. He's produced for the likes of AKA recently. He's produced for me. I've worked on songs with him. He's even worked with Rich Homie Kwan, among so many. The bulk of Questa's recent hits, they all touched by this guy and they all have the Mzongonko sauce in them. I sat down with Makwa earlier on to check out how his life is so far.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I cannot wait.
Indeed.
Speaking of Magua,
bebangazidlali ingoma weni nami bangiculisa kancane I tried ukudlala ipiano ngahluleka cause ngibone
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Sanamukela ke nonke. As I had said earlier, I've got a very, very dear friend of mine and an absolute monster in the music industry. He's known by many names. Twana yase 6, Mzonkonko, Neo.
2 times 3.
Twana yase 2 times 3. Umakwa. Ubone? Ukhwizas, Makwa Beats. Sawona bathi kunjani?
Ngiyaphila njani?
I'm all right, dog. I'm all right. Umuntu ongakwazi asithi there's someone who's been chilling under a rock somewhere and bapha njengamanje babona i-podcast and abakwazi uzothi kubona Uber.
Yeah, to abantu abangangazi ngintwana se 2 times 3 i-producer manje sengiyacula ngicula ngize ngiculeke they know.
Yeah.
And ngazana noMaraza futhi. Yeah, mawungangazi mina ngena lapha kuma Google vele uthi Makwa Beats Faku 6 kuphi you'll know who I am.
Igama langempela.
Yes, igama lami langempela nguNeo leli lingangifuni ukulisho Makwa. Makwa isename yami by the way. Mawungazi uMakwa isename yami akusi stage name or anything like
What
that.
What mhlobo are you?
Kimo Africa.
Washa.
No, like for real. Thing is, I don't know ukuthi ubaba wami ubuyaphi.
Oh, okay.
Angazi ithakazelo zasekhaya. Like there's so much that I don't know esayidini la baba wami.
Asivele sisale sesiqala lapho ke awusiyami. Why ungamazi ubaba ukuthi uphuma phi?
Well, umama wangitshela ukuthi ubaba bam-adopter ukuze afike la bekahlala khona eKimberley because kula mina ngazi abuya khona kanti initially noma mama akazi ubuya phi.
Hey son. Ukuphi ubaba right now?
Sewashona.
Washona
bengenza grade 3 I think. Yeah, safika isifo sika gawulayo.
Yeah.
You know back in the days.
Yeah, bengakabikho fethi izinto zakhona.
And the most fucked up part is ushona kanje akakangintroduce to like abantwana bakhe abayi2 engizwe ngabo ukuthi baya exist. Till today I haven't met them, I don't know them. Anye ngibakhombe nokubakhomba.
So as umuntu manje oseyi timer yourself. Mina ngiyazazi nje mina personally like whenever we talk about ubaba wami ni grand dog washona 1992 ayikho into ebhlungu kumina at all. Nothing hurts until I start looking at my children. Ngizibuza ukuthi what would my father think, like approval yakhe, you know?
Yeah.
What would he think? Kuphela. I don't wish he was back in. It's just like that feeling ukuthi yo, if I could just hear him say he's proud of me, if I could just hear him say the way that I'm raising his grandkids is good. Uyayincanya. Wena, how does ukungabi nobaba affect you now that wena usubaba?
Well, first of all, I want to highlight on my music especially because khona ingoma engifeature uOprikwana.
Yeah.
We talk about our fathers. So ingomeni kunala ngithi ngiyazibuza ukuthi uyangibona na, ngiyazibuza ukuthi uyazichenya ngami. Bengikudinga umama ehluleka, ngikudinga umama ekhuleka. So fast forward now that I have 2 kids.
Congratulations, mfowethu, ibusiso lezo.
Fake pipi. Yes. So ngiyazibuza like kuke wabona mawukhulu bamdala.
Yeah.
Life like ifana newine iba like
mature.
Iba realer and realer. Ngihlezi ngitshela abangani bami ukuthi ukukhula akusukudlala, like it's a serious thing.
Yeah, it is.
So you must take it serious. So lento ukuthi ubaba makangekho angekho manje ing affecte ekutheni number 1 angisebenzisa isibongo sakhe.
Usebenzise olady.
Yeah. And that means automatically ingane zami mele zisebenzise isibongo se-olady because mina ngisebenzisa sona. So into ebhlungu kakhulu lana wena Maraza ukuthi ama-roots awekho.
Yeah.
They are not there. Like they are not there.
So isihlahla sakhona sikhuli kahle.
asikho asikhuli cause asikho aside like ababa mangilazi I don't even know nokuthi bayazi well I wouldn't know ukuthi kuze kanjani bam adopt abe orphan and all of those things mara maybe abo cousin bamdala ngihlangana nabo emashowini ngizula ngingazi nokuthi abo cousin babo
ubanemba
yeah you know those type of things you never
happens.
know siyahamba siyabona siyenza izinto yabo like a doomed story type of thing.
Damn.
Mara I'm glad I'm here. Yabo ngilithe emhlabeni ngibona nami ngizambela indlela yami.
I'm glad you're here, Mfethu. It's very interesting for me ukuzwa ukuthi you actually have that backstory because you strike me as out ozaziyo. Like you know who you are, you know your worth, even though you don't know the roots. But the fact that you are aware ukuthi kudingeka izimpande and you don't know them, for me already tells me that you're a man who is serious about ukukhula and becoming, you know, a father and living and leaving behind a legacy.
Yeah.
How do you then shape the identity lesesiyaziyo manje? Because anyone who listens to South African music knows Makwa is a beast, and you can hear Makwa's sound from a mile away. You can hear Makwa's rhymes from a mile away. Kune ingoma esengengazizwa ngithi ziproduce uwe mara kuwena because his signature yakho is so infectious. How did you craft le image le usunayo manje?
Well, I wouldn't say I crafted it. I would say uNkulunkulu uyebuild the way ngakhona because number one ngi strong believer yabo from ekhaya vele. So ukukhuliswa na abantu besimame kudlala irole enkulu yabo like a very
important.
big role. Even though ekhaya they didn't support the idea of me making music. Mara egcineni baze babona nabo. So mina into ebengihlezi nginayo in my mind kakhulu ukuthi mawenza music mele ngikuzwe ukuthi ubuyaphi.
Yes.
Mele ngazi ngelife yakho ungakakhulumi nix
Before ngize ngikubuze.
Through your music. Mangihlangana nawe ngithi oh Razo ubuya le Stenga ukhulelele nale yabo izinto ezayo because izinto osikhuluma music. So I feel like isound lami mina ngifuna libe well futhi hayi nokuthi ngifuna libe njalo selinjalo ukuthi you know ukuthi ngibuye emzonkongo ngibuya le lokushini.
Don't I say 2 times 3 or 3 times 2?
Bengiye esikolweni ngetaxi ekhumbazayo enesabo. Mamela ikwaito, mamela abo DJ Clio, abo trompisi like music wakudala nje. Well into ehlekisa the most ukuthi ekhabe bangazidlali le ngoma.
Wa bebedlala enkonzweni ekhaya?
Gospel usho kahle enkonzweni, gospel the whole time. Mama bekacule esontweni nami bangiculisa kancane. I tried ukudlala ipiano ngahluleka because ngibone too abstract for me.
Oh, the multi-piano usho the instrument, not the genre.
Not amapiano.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a story about amapiano as well.
Yes, I'd love to get to that story.
So, music give me bekuyinto engisurroundile mara angiyenzanga the way ekhaya bebafuna ukuthi
uyenze ngakhona.
Phela umama beyafuna ngibe upastor. Ngibheke manje namathathu ngenza ipop bebathi ngisebenzela uSathane qobo lwakhe.
Uzovela ube idevil phela mangabe usune plus emakhaya futhi mangabe ihip hop vele kuthi useyahlanya. Usehlanyisa because if you're into hip hop plus uzohamba mawuvaya angithi gijima ama lyrics ekhanda. Uzogcina urapper why kuthiwa sekahlanya cisha amaphepha. Into abantu abangayazi ke kodwa is and this is going to get to the piano part, but into abantu abangayazi is before you were known as a hip hop producer, before ilokungana, excuse me, before inoma yini ne?
Before King's Speech. Wasn't
it noma yini first?
King's Speech first.
Sayazi before noma yini?
Yes.
Nami mele ngiphume endlini. Alright, before you got known as Questa's producer, you actually made some hit house songs.
A lot.
And that is where you got your first taste yokuthi industry akusi umngani wakho.
And
tell us about that.
You see, around that time inkinga beyiwona ukuthi benganalwazi oluningi. And I would advise namanje ukuthi if you are a young and upcoming producer or if you wanna produce or ube ku music industry, kumele wenze research ngezinto esimple like music law and contracts.
Yep.
Internet, I feel like abantu abaningi abayivakasheli.
Next.
Because nami bengekho clued up then. If I knew the things that I know now, then ngabe sikhuluma stories different. Mara enye into futhi ngifila ngathi ama gatekeepers and ama OGs we game, they do things deliberately. Yazi ezinye zezinto we don't have to go there just cause sizwa bathi music industry it's a cutthroat industry. Bese wena ngoba
kuthiwa ku cutthroat vele sewukhatha ama throats.
Yayibona lento leyo cause like for me na like that's messed up.
It is
in so many ways.
It is.
Knowing ukuthi uthatha into yomuntu ongana nix ozizamelayo. Bro, I didn't even get ama monitor or MIDI keyboard kuthiwa nayi MIDI qhubeka lapho produce. Nothing.
Lento yenzile I blind and we want you to keep doing it, so thatha la. Nothing.
Like ngabe we out umuntu omdala you actually care about futhi it's not even about me, it's about the South African industry,
because and your contribution is heavy.
You see those type of things, so abantu benza izinto deliberately. And another thing nathi abantu abayang mele siphume sifune research, ungene ku internet ukubheke nje ubhale ukuthi contract injani, yini ama terms wayo, izinto ezilula nje, izinto engakhulunywa ngazo, like akukhulunywa ngezinto eziningi until umuntu simbone seka messed up,
sekubhlungu sekadinga usizo.
Yayibona lento le because nami yobe ngiku position ukuthi ngithi hayi futhi ngayingala ne house
ovela yiyela straight
pop, because bese ngidinwe nayi the way izinto bezenzeka ngakhona, yabo angali i-game inama stumbling blocks
yes.
Mara ama stumbling blocks
yebo abeke nje umuntu avela afika ayibeke engena sidingo.
First time yami ngesentini bengiye ku meeting yo umuntu bekandlula enza shopping, mara uthe ngize ku meeting, ngafika lapha nempintshi yami sahlala simlindile. I remember besewimpi spend imali yami yokugcina ngesentini ngama taxi kunethi imvula for a meeting engakazi ibe khona, and the person was just walking by.
Andlule nje
zangitholakala nesent emnyama,
mara umuntu akhona.
Mara I'm actually glad cause yangivula ingqondo lento leyo.
Hayi mfana, leyo nto leyo ikuvula ingqondo ngokuthi kaphe ekhanda. What hit house songs have you made?
Well,
if you can talk about
it. My relationship is right. Anye ngijule lapho cause yabo angifuna ama vibes
no, completely understand.
Mara simnandi nama gents. I was actually on their album. Yeah.
And yazi kunenye into abantu
abanga record label yabo ngayilethele artist elishisayo.
Yeah.
Yabo lezo zinto lezo.
Nice. Look man, for me it's interesting to say you're not trying to take away from piano. You're not trying to come and say you're the founder. You know, sometimes people start something and then others perfect it.
Yes.
And that's the same na go hip hop, but the difference is go hip hop siyazi ukuthi who to credit as the first people. If you look at your hip hop history, we are born back in the Bronx, before Abo Cool Herc, even before Sugar Hill and the gang. Siyabazi abantu bakhona, I can't mention them off the top of the dome njengamanje, but siyabazi, and I'm really hoping now hopefully one day soon, hopefully sisaphila so too, because I'd love to see it. Hopefully now you'll get your props and your recognition. And into engiyithanda kakhulu ngawe is you've sazane for many years before you told me that story.
Yeah, it was.
It's not something oqhakambisayo.
No.
You know? And what a lot of people might not understand is sikhuluma kanje ngayo lento because mina nawe siyazana. I've never seen you tell that story to umuntu oqeda ukuhlangana naye.
Yeah, I actually don't tell them nokuthi ngenza music. Iningi labo mababuyele emuva bangibona iTV masihlangana futhi bathi hey like akusinto engigijimisile life in leyo. Yabo so naso le story lesa bekungasi into vele like that I dwell on it ukuthi njalo la mangifika khona mele ngikhulume le story lesi nani.
Yeah.
Kimi ngithathe as lesson and a part of me, I'm glad ukuthi yenzakele because I wouldn't know ukuthi bengizobe ngikuphi if ayenzakalanga lento le. Bengizobe ngizirelaxele banginike 5,000 yana.
Hey.
Ngizitshela ukuthi hayi yonke into.
On.
And there's more to it.
And there is more to it.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad ukuthi you've ended up seeing that there's more to it, but a lot of people might not understand just how hard you work and how much you invest.
Abantu abazi ngishaya ngithatha uye-Fruity Loops la. Awubheke ngayenza umngani wami umgca. He passed away actually.
RIP.
Yeah. We wangenza le tattoo le. Because I bought my first Fruity Loops 2006 nge-10 rand.
Uthenge kumuntu ke la.
Yeah, awuthi beyenza ama-computer ithola ama-software.
Oh, nama-crack.
Nakhona benyochayiza nakhona but I know buza ubafo ukuthi akanayo le software because udila ngama-computer yabo ilezi eziki-installela uyazi kasi khona le dila ngama-computer. Yeah, ngathola i-Fruity Loops nge-10 rand. Diamond today mangembone kasi benginokumvuza umthethe ekuse ebone 10 rand le ukuthi ngifikise.
So lutho akasakhumbuli yena.
He knows. Pelekaslam a lot of people because I was a DJ. A lot of people don't know I was a DJ. Ngama video wami quarantine.
Yes, actually you were going live during quarantine.
I started out as a DJ because uDJ bekajola nosisi wami. So ngathi wena mawufuna usisi wami ebusuku uze mina ngibizele wena mina
awufaka
because abo DJ bakudala bebakhala ngamanaliti wama LP inama turntable ngisho ama CDJ wangakafiki mina manje ngiba interested ek DJ.
Yes,
so maye bek DJ ngalama.
So uyi vinyl vele uDJ we vinyl.
Yeah, ngisuka kuma vinyl.
That's OG
Amaserato lezo zinto lezo zifike sezifika later in bese ngasana ndaba futhi nok DJ because of what happened. Mara into yangeke suk DJ more than anything bekuma mama.
Why?
Because bengambe ebusuku. No DJ.
Safety.
And then later in life sengimdala kanje I realized ukuthi abazali bethu as much as ba overprotective nabo bayabulala amaphupho wethu.
Yes bayabulala
because iphupho lokudija lafa like ngasabi ne-interest because ngithi
baqabanisa ne-OLED
ngangayeka like 888 bengithanda ukudj amaraza bengizula yonke indawo ngidijela mahala ngidijela ukuthi let's say ngizofika ngilinde bese bangidj isipati sezovala ukuthi ngibasiza ukukhipha then the next weekend maybe angidj next weekend but hayi uzodj yahlala la ngisenyokukhipha ngadj yami yabo lezo zinto lezo.
So it's not even ukuthi wena bewungaholi to DJ bewubhadala to DJ cause phela that's bakudlalisa khona uzospan ukuke EP.
Yeah, ukuke EP and bawasinda lama bass pin walapha yani yo bawasinda serious. Mara bekuyinto bengithanda like I've always had an interest kuyo. Ngikhumbula nakathi sakijimisa ubukhothana nabangani bami.
Yeah. I was as Khotan but now I don't look like a clown.
Yeah, all the time abangani bami abagijimisa ifebe kubnandi yabo plus ebanganini usoba naloko okunemali yabo udala kuphela kube nalo vele othandwa intombi nani mina bengihlala ngile ku DJ boot ngibuza u DJ ukuthi le button elandi.
Yeah,
abanye bebadineka bangixoshe abanye they were happy to say ukuthi oh le pitch le ingoma uyifaka kanje. So ku DJ ngakubona lapho kancane until ngifind out ukuthi sisi wami ujola no DJ and then I was in.
That's dope, man. Look, you've mentioned ukuthi wawungena ngokuthi ukuke ibig.
Yeah.
You've been grinding for so long and so hard. And mangabe I was looking at what you were doing during lockdown. In lockdown vethu isifundisile ukuthi
yeah.
One, everyone needs somebody. But two, when days are dark, friends are few.
That's true.
You've been so much to so many people. How much loyalty exists in the game? I mean, I can just imagine. Mina ngeke ngikhona ukubiza umuntu ngithi kuye, "Yo zwakala, lo mara uzodlala." Angadlali. Still ngimkuke isibhika. And then ngingazizwe ngathi lo muntu lo sekuyimina or something. Do you find that gaming, is it easy to find people ababa loyal when you are loyal to them, or is it every dog for himself?
Well, Indaba, there's this one thing I've always said. As much as loyalty balekile, loyalty abulala futhi.
Yeah. There's no coincidence loyalty starts with an L.
Cause maraza abanye abantu angafuna ukukufilisa ukuthi wena ula ngoba yimi.
Yes.
Ayisho loyo muntu loyal kuyi.
Yeah.
And already loyalty seyakhawathi. So njengoba bekufika lockdown. Yazi lockdown ingivula amehlo nengqondo.
I know, trust me.
Kula ngibone khona ukuthi ekuse like every man for himself. Yabo? Because abanye abantu bayenza izinto baphenika and ekuphenikeni kwabo bachuna ama flop.
Yeah.
Lawa bazowa realize later ukuthi bayenza ama flop. Abanye bathatha ama decisions bangacabangi ukuthi kunama casualties.
Yes.
Yayibona lento le.
Akalendaba looking out for number 1.
Yeah, angisho yena umnandi. Wena mawumnandi, you don't care ukuthi ekuse le out le inengcosi leyana. And le out lena since sisuka sonke ukuthi si family. Then family makumele isipane no